Going on, because Smudo's not here, I've offered Patrio and Smudo's farm if he wants to carry on with that. You're not too keen on doing animals, obviously. Yeah. Probably isn't that much hard of a job. I mean, we're going to help each other out on both of our farms to do the harvesting and all that kind of stuff, and then all you have to do is chuck everything into the pig mixer, and then every now and then feed them some water, throw in some straw, which we've got plenty of, and throw in the pig food from the pig mixer. But anyway, I've given Mr. Patrio the offer of taking over Smudo's farm if he wants. You can also get rid of the piggery and all that, or and just do crops. Of course, you can stick with what you wanted to do, which is the fermenting on the farm you've already got, and build that up and stuff. But I was looking forward to having like different things to do other than contracts helping each other out, but obviously without the Smudo we won't be doing that bit, and it'll be just mine at the moment till Patrio's saved up enough money to buy a grass field, buy a few other bits and pieces. What do you think about the loan and stuff? Doing it that way? Because you probably, if you're doing the silage, you definitely make the money back pretty quick.
Yeah, maybe me always having an ahhing. I mean, my joke answer is, I'm just here to drive the tractors. Simple rain, simple pleasures.
Oh, so close. Yeah. Well, I suppose the best thing is, well, I mean, apart from doing the contracts all the time, it gives us something different to do, something to work together with, and the viewers something different to watch too. I got something stuck in my tooth and I can't get it out. It's annoying me. Sure you all wanted to hear that. Too late now if you didn't.
Yeah, see, the trouble is toothpicks are too fragile. So apart from cracking out some dental floss, my backup option's either a staple or a paperclip.
Toothpick's my only option.
Another random news. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just, you carry on. I wasn't really going to say anything interesting, as usual.
Yeah, mine falls pretty low on the interest level. It was just the fact that I visited a shopping centre that opened up a couple of months back. Well, grocer, I should say. And a big brand name one that usually is a bit hard to get into. And I was like, oh, I'll go visit it for that on the whim, see what's there. and I didn't realize how much bigger it is than my usual one that I go to. So this supermarket's butcher section was about half the size of the complete grocer that I normally visit. So of course, as a carnivorous leaning omnivore, walking around seeing every possible cut of beef and pork that I could think of, it was kind of dangerous. I'm looking around like, what I want,
Everything. And it doesn't sound dangerous, it sounds like even. Thank you, because I finally got it. It was before you said that, what I was going to say is I shouldn't be concentrating on that. I should be concentrating on what I'm doing in the stream. But I just couldn't let it go, couldn't else it. So, thankfully Patrio came out with the story and it gave me a chance to get it out of my tooth. So, unfortunately, it's a tooth that I have to sort out. Because it's half a tooth.
Yeah, I could definitely say from experience those are not fun, especially when the dentist has to use a pair of pliers to pull out the other half.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, the nerve's exposed, but it's not sore. I can eat with it and everything else like that. But mind you, I'm making sure I'm cleaning it out with toothpicks the best I can. I brush after I eat everything now. I suppose the easiest bit is I'm used to actually eating most of my food with the right side of my teeth. I always have. I've never been able to definitely eat with the front part of my teeth, you know. Don't know why. Probably because I had a terrible grinding thing where I'd grind my teeth, especially when I got angry. I don't do it now, but I used to do it quite a lot. And this tooth is one of the back ones. It was just really weird. I was actually eating some fish from the fish and chip shop, and it felt like a stringy bit of part of the fish. No, I need to go forward a bit more. Got stuck in between two of my teeth. So I got the dental floss. Was it dental floss? I might have run out of dental floss at the time. I had to get some more, but I might have got a toothpick and tried to get it out, and then sort of the back half of it on a diagonal came apart. So it's like that. So I basically got no tooth in the middle. All the front of it's there, and the back half on a diagonal is there. So I've been waiting for it to get sore. I've been waiting for it to do all sorts of things, but I've been fine so far. But I was going to go to the dentist, but we went into lockdown when that happened, so that sort of stuffed that up a bit. But we're out of lockdown. But the other thing is because I'm on disability, is most of you know, in this country it is expensive to go to the dentist. Extremely expensive to go to the dentist. They're not very regularly visited. I wish we were more like America, where it was a lot cheaper. We're going all the time, but yeah. The only time you went regularly to the dentist is because you're a child, because the government paid for that. In fact, my school had a dental
campus on site, yeah. Same.
Yeah. So, but after that, no, it's highly expensive, highly expensive. And actually, back then, teeth wasn't a big thing, actually, to be honest. And these days, it's a bit different now. Everyone's getting braces and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I was supposed to get braces because I had a gap in my front teeth, but it actually closed up on its own as I got older.
The only issues I got is not the front twin scissors, but the next two. Instead of following the curvature of the jaw, they're literally flat. So it's like doing, if you were to write out in a text editor, it'd be underscore minus minus underscore. That's basically my bi pattern. I've got the tooth in the roof of my mouth, which I have trouble pronouncing because of that said tooth. Tongue bangs up against it. And in front of that second row tooth, that one is behind the rest of the line. It got pushed in behind. That one was supposed to be looking at braces, or otherwise, whilst I was at that age, I was going to say like 12 at the time, just to try and sort of like help work it forward, but didn't really keep up with that. And I was like, well, it stops me from being able to grind my teeth because they just interlock with each other. But other than that, it doesn't affect me for day-to-day stuff, so I just live with it.
So do I. My teeth do the job that I'm supposed to do, which is chew food.
The funny one for me is one side of my mouth, it's literal cartoon shark teeth, like with the diagonal up and down interlocking. And then the other side of the mouth, it's what you'd expect normally on people. So I tend to use, tend to use one side of my mouth for, ripping and tearing through like a steak or chicken or something like that, and then use the other side of the mouth for chewing on veggies and softer things.
I was always proud that I never had a filling though as a kid, until I got one. And I'm pretty sure that dentist was just trying to make money. I don't believe I needed a filling. I've never believed I needed a filling because that tooth never hurt. Ever. I had no issues with it. And with all the sweets and candies I ate, it's the extreme reason why I'm so proud. Because I should have had a filling in every tooth. But I never did. And yeah, except for the one, which I'm, like I said, absolutely sure the dentist did that because he wanted the extra cash, not because I needed a filling. So, but yeah, I'm going to have to ask the government if they'll be so kind to pay for it. If it gets really bad, but until then, I can live with it. I mean, the government will. I just have to pay them back a certain amount a week. Interest free though, that's the best thing. But yeah, at the moment, I've got to wait until such time I can afford that money back. So if I don't have to necessarily get it now, further on the track's definitely going to be better for me. So, but it just irritates me. I can feel it. I had a sandwich for lunch and it's a bit of bread that was stuck in there trying to get it. And when I do, there is a certain part where I do hit the nerve when with the toothpick, and then yeah, I feel it then. Well, it's a bit of a somber stream today. I think we're both sort of a little affected by the Mudo not being around for, I think. Well, I can't speak for Patrio, but definitely for me, I feel a little lost actually. I mean, I'm starting to really enjoy streaming again. Well, I say really enjoying streaming. I'm starting to enjoy it more now, but I've always enjoyed looking forward to the farming sim ones with Patrio and Smudolini, and anyone else who hopefully was going to join. And I won't lie, it would be nice to have more people on here, but wait and see if the channel grows. Obviously, there's always that opportunity. Other people will join.
Well, not so much for streaming, but there was one thing I used to do way back for FS17. I would jump into different servers that didn't require a massive amount of mods or didn't have passwords or anything, so just, open vanilla games. And I'd hop on to basically clean things up, because obviously people would jump in and throw tractors in the water and, leave fields half done or trucks just tipped over and that sort of stuff. So the challenge was to see how much tidying up you can get done.
For me, the challenge would be how long, not to tidy up, but to see how long it takes for it to get back to the state it was after I've been on there. Go back every day to see it gradually get worse and worse. But yeah, Anyway, I mean, hopefully, like I said, it probably won't be back until FS22 comes out, so it's not that far away. I mean, we're talking about a month and a half or something. Whether he's going to get FS22, it's another story. And we've covered what we're going to do. I was going to carry on with this until Smudo and Patrio decided whether they'll get FS22 or not. And then we'll probably move to FS22. We've looked at other games we can play together. Satisfaction is definitely one of them. There might be others. In my desperate loneliness, but I'll just say it's because I'm a really nice guy. I mean, I would be quite happy to buy you guys Farming Sim 22 if I had it. The money, that is. But the problem for me is when it comes to Steam, I cannot buy any games because the game for me is cheaper. No, it doesn't matter about currency difference because I've bought Smudo a game. I've bought other people around the world a game. When I have people that bought me a game, I feel obligated that I need to buy them one. So I go in and check their wish list and then throw one at them. But when I've tried to buy anyone from Australia a game, it's not allowed me because, yeah, the games on Steam for you are a lot more expensive. Well, not a lot more, but they cost more than they do for me. So it's because of the price difference more than the exchange rate.
Yeah, I think they clamped down on that one a while back because it was people used to use VPNs to buy games off. I think it's like Dutch or Netherlands or something like
that. Yeah, see, because if the game's the same price, basically, with the exchange rate, not a problem. Obviously, it's not that much of an issue. Oh. And the games in the country at a different price because you guys have more taxes on the games. That's when the issue comes in, isn't it? I suppose the other way is I could buy it directly from Giants. Give you a key. That way. But I've seen what happens when that sort of happens. Because we had someone that gave us games, well actually a DLC, Farming Simulator DLC, the Anderson DLC, and I went to update it one day and it wouldn't allow me, and then I couldn't have access to it, and Giant said no, because it was bought here and activated there, we feel like the game was it was a stolen visa used or something like that, so we stopped it. And oh no, so I told the other guys that got the game, so none of them have ever updated that DLC. Absolute.
Yeah. Well, the other shenanigans was pretty sure it was back when when Fanatical first released FS19. That was the issue. No, one sec. Vehicles cut each other off. I'm going to use both hands on the mouse. Yeah, so that was the thing. It was advertised as a Steam key, and then they received Giants keys because Giants didn't give them Steam keys, and then there was a big kerfuffle until they eventually got Steam versions for everyone. Yeah. Because, of course, I do prefer Steam integration rather than having a standalone. So I do regret that about Elite Dangerous. I got that as a standalone. So I can't track my Steam hours played on it.
Yeah, well, I prefer to whatever one place like Steam as well, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, you get a Ubisoft game from Steam, you got to load Ubisoft anyway. Uplay as well to play it.
Yeah, and that annoys me because it lists in your Uplay libraries. You think, okay, I'll close Steam, open up Uplay, and fire the game up. No, it still needs to open up Steam to verify it.
Yeah. Same with Paradox games.
I think the EA stuff does it as well. I haven't had Uplay for so long that I don't even know what it's like these days. I don't like Uplay. Oh, sorry. EA Play, whatever it is.
Yeah, you need that because I've got actually I got it from Epic Games, Battlefront Star Wars or something like that, and I got it free when it was one of the free Epic Games, and I got to load in the EA thing. Really? I've got
Origin,
enough.
that's the word for it. Yeah.
Origin,
Yeah,
yeah.
no. Yeah, Origin. I could set fire to a dumpster and enjoy the smell of that better, to be honest. And my theory was EA Games went downhill after they switched to their after they ditched their "it's in the game" motto. So probably around the challenge everything phase.
I ditched them when they became greedy. But yeah, I don't mind Epic. I got Epic, I got Uplay, I got Paradox and all that. I got Uplay because I got Division 2 through Ubisoft because it wasn't available on Steam at the time. It's fine. Epic's fine because you get the free games. But if I can, and I do, I will get my games off Steam. I even got Ark Survival. Oh no, why did I stop this? I can keep going. Free off Epic. And I really liked that game. I ended up buying it from Steam when it was on special. But also for the reason that people that did have the game were on Steam, and the only way you could play together is if you got a dedicated server, which was a bit of a pain. And the other thing is you had the Steam Workshop mods that would work with Ark from Steam, but didn't work. Well, actually, there was no mod support which I were working on for Epic. And there were some mods that I had looked at and I wouldn't mind having. Well, actually, it was just one called Structures, which gave you a better option on how building stuff. So, apart from that, I don't mind it at all, especially when you get a free game. To me, that's worth it. And I've got, I think it's Europa Universalis, or something like that, 4. That's free this weekend, very much like Hearts of Iron. I got that, had a look at that, and later on this week, thankfully, because I was, it's a game that I've always sort of wanted to get, wasn't sure whether or not it'd be worth the money when it was on special, as most games are on special that I want always when I don't have the money to get them. And when I do have the money to get them, if they were on special, they're not on special, and I can't justify the cost because I'm not sure about the game. I'm on the fence about it. Yeah, I do. No, I don't want to grab it. And one of those games is called PC Builder Simulator. And I totally forgot about that, and I thought about it just a couple of days ago. I thought, oh, maybe I'll look at how much the price is on Steam. I wouldn't actually mind giving that game a go for the right price. But I actually forgot to check after that thought whether or not what the price was on Steam. And then I went into Epic Games because I remembered, oh, that game was coming out for free, the Europa Universalis or whatever it is. And then I saw what the next game for free is on the 8th of October, and that happens to be PC Builder Simulator. So that sorts my issue out. I get it for free. Thanks to good old Epic.
Just gotta set yourself a reminder so you don't forget.
Oh, I check every week. It's free for about a week. They change every week. Every Thursday, I think they change. And they normally have 2 free games. But at the moment, they're just doing the 1. But, yeah, no, I check because I know that the free... I've had some really good games from them, actually, for free. I got Tropico 5 for free. Mind you, Tropico 6 had already been out for a long time, but still. I ended up getting Tropico 6 because it was on special on Steam, but I played Tropico 5 for a bit for free before that. Never played any of the Tropico games before then. I got NBA 2K21 for free. I got an Alien game for free. I got the Battlefront Star Wars one for free off it. Even got Among Us for free. Not that I'll end up playing that. I got another game for free that was made by the people of a favourite game of mine when I was a young fella, called Myst, which has been remastered as well, Myst itself. But I'm trying to think what else I got. I got Ark Survival, of course. I've got quite a few. Plague's Tale, I think I've got. Yeah. Plus, they throw out some games there you can get them for free and check them out, which is another good thing, you know. I also got Metro. And Metro was a game I played a long time ago. Hello, ads. And it was a fantastic game. It was my type of first-person shooter. My favourite first-person shooters when I was always playing, starting off with PCs and stuff, were always World War II or World War I games. So the original, very first Medal of Honor, then the very first Call of Duty, and went all the way up to Medal of Honor. Got every single one up to Pacific Assault and haven't touched it since. Got every single Call of Duty. And the expansions and all that kind of stuff. That was one of my favourites. Another one of my favourites was Half-Life. Now, I loved that game for the pure fact that it just kept going and going and going. Every time you thought you're on the final level, it just kept going and going. It lasted a long time. Plus, it was almost done in sort of a movie type thing. So you had like opening credits and opening scene and all that kind of stuff. And it was a fantastic game, as it's well known to be a fantastic game. It's one of the classics, this Half-Life. And the best thing was the fact that you had two types of enemies. You had the aliens and humans. So it was really good. Before then, those type of games was Wolfenstein 3D for me and Duke Nukem. And ones like that, which I absolutely loved. But yeah. And first-person shooters I haven't had like that. There's only been the ones that I put up there, for me personally, I put up there that came out after Half-Life that was pretty much like that. And the next one for me was one called Deus Ex, and that was fantastic. It was the first one that you had, that I played, that you had alternate endings that depended on different ways to do the level. You could do it stealth-wise, you can go in guns blazing, all sorts of stuff, but a great storyline to it. In fact, a very good storyline to it. And almost an open world type thing. Then the next one that came along for me, which I think is the best one of the lot, which everyone's going to disagree with me, I'm sure, but was Far Cry. And it was the very first Far Cry wasn't like the other ones. If you've never played it, it's not open world, it's not like Grand Theft Auto type. It was pretty much level by level on a tropical island, and it was fantastic. You had the same thing, you sort of had alien type enemies and you had human type enemies, and it was, and it kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. Also had Samuel L. Jackson voice one of the characters. So, of course, the next Far Cry came out, and that was all open world, Far Cry 2.
I think 2 was the African one, wasn't it?
Yes. 3 was in the tropical island somewhere. People speaking Māori. So, it was a treat. You run around the island, you could hear Kira. So,
just to wind it back a little bit for World War II related games, have you tried either Heroes and Generals or Enlisted?
No. I like my one sort of, I don't know what they're like, but I like mine sort of realistic. One of the best ones I played was actually called Hidden and Dangerous, because that was the first one where you had a team. I mean, it was pretty hard to play sometimes. It was had the bugs as well. But you could play any one of the team, a team of 4 or something. You could choose who you wanted in your team, sniper and all that kind of stuff. But you also could go in and go in sort of like a map view, and then you can tell it's one of you guys to go here, wait 10 seconds or something rather than go there.
Yep.
And that was really, really good. And it was definitely a really, really good game, Hidden and Dangerous for sure, World War II game. The only one that came out like that after which I played was the Brothers in Arms series. Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood, Brothers in Arms, Road to Hell 30, and Brothers in Arms, Highway to Hell. And there was supposed to be a 4th one with the Andreas Forest and Bastogne, but it never came out, and I was highly disappointed. Instead they brought out this more arcade type game, like Team Fortress type thing, which was a huge disappointment. And that Brothers in Arms was fantastic, because it was like the TV series Brothers in Arms, Band of Brothers, where obviously it was following real people and stuff like that. The game was actually taken from people also from the Airborne, the 101st Airborne, and their diaries. So in the first one you played as Matt Baker, and you had the same thing. You had a assault team and a fire suppressing team, and the Germans were really good. The AO was really good with trying to outflank and all that kind of stuff, and they actually went to all the locations where the levels were, and saw old photos and took aerial photos and tried to recreate exactly how it looked in World War II when those guys were actually there fighting at that place, and followed everything that they did. And in the second one you played another guy who was known as Red. I can't remember his full name, because he was a private. You had Sergeant Matt Baker in the first one, and Red was a private, and then he became a sergeant, and then you followed him, and that was Earned in Blood. And then you alternated between the two of them in Highway to Hell, which is the Market Garden, when they parachuted into Holland. Great games. But yeah, that was my type of gaming. I mean, I liked all sorts of games. I like the old Sim Cities. I played The Sims. One of the favourite games, and I never got to finish it, was a Star Trek Academy, where they actually had the original cast, William Shatner and all that, play parts in it, and you were an up-and-coming captain. Basically, you're in the academy doing that, and there's this whole sort of mystery to be solved that happens. That there's an explosion, if I remember rightly. I never got to finish that. So you had that, but you also had to go into the simulator and do scenarios as well, like part of your training as you're learning. Another good one I played was, which I was talking about the other day with Duck Sawley the other night, actually, because I saw a game that sort of reminds me of it, called Home Detroit or something. I can't remember what it's called, but it was Blade Runner, from the movie Blade Runner.
Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, Detroit Become Human. Yeah, the Blade Runner one was fantastic. That one, that game was amazing. Of course, it was a mystery game, detective game, just like the movie. I think it was set either just before or just after the movie itself. It had characters that were in the original Blade Runner movie, and you played a cop, obviously looking for androids, and you were investigating a murder. And there was one of the best things about the game. It was there was a timeline to it, as in the fact that if you played the game and you went to a certain place and you'd find some evidence, and sometimes the evidence is taking a photo, and then you have a look at a photo and you see something in the background, and you could zoom in and all that and go into grids and on the photo and all that kind of stuff. But if you went back there quicker than you did, if you played it again, you went back there quicker than you did the original time round, those people weren't there at that time, so you wouldn't end up with the same evidence. So there was a whole bunch of different evidence and stuff like that to lead you to the ending of it. And I thought that was fantastic. I don't think I've never seen that in another game at all. Where, you know, if you, because it went on the extra time. You know, obviously, if you flew somewhere, they accounted for the time that it would take you a few hours, or whatever. So it was actually equivalent to a daytime. So this person was.